How Gucci became an empire. The 2021 movie House of Gucci, starring Lady Gaga and Adam Driver, is about one of the most easily recognizable fashion brands in the world. In recent memory, there hasn't been a year where Gucci wasn't the epitome of over-the-top glamour, from Alessandro Michele's fluid maximalist designs to Tom Ford's scandalously seductive campaigns. But things weren't always so glamorous. Prior to being a red carpet favorite of stars like Harry Styles and Dakota Johnson, the high-end Italian brand came from much less privileged beginnings. Don't wait another second to catch up on Gucci's glittering history. In today's video, we will be talking about how Gucci became an empire. In Florence, Italy in 1921, Guccio Gucci founded the renowned fashion house. The Savoy Hotel in London was where Gucci worked as a porter before launching his own brand. But before he became interested in leatherwork and starting his own business, he was motivated and inspired by posh hotel customers. Gucci initially specialized in selling leather goods and travel accessories, but when word of the company spread worldwide and British nobility became aware of his designs, Gucci began to invest in equestrian equipment to supply the British stables. After World War I, Gucci relocated his company back to Italy. In 1921, Guccio Gucci opened La Casa Gucci, or House of Gucci, on Via della Vigna Nuova 7, with the help of skilled artisans, and he began selling high-quality leather luggage and purses in classic styles fashioned from Tuscany's finest materials. Guccio had a firm grasp on the materials that would be chosen for his wares, as well as the blends that would be used to boost the product's appeal to customers. His line of leather purses was unparalleled to any other, and after years of struggling, the company saw a surge in popularity as a result of its successful spring season. The Florentine aristocracy and upper class attached quickly to the new fashion designer and started hunting for the results of this innate talent. The brand became instantly recognizable to the country's most affluent consumers, quickly rising to the top. Because of his fame, he was able to raise money to open a workshop behind his shop, where he constructed and completed his works. In the 1930s, the brand's popularity soared. Customers came to his store from all over the world to buy products that are still popular today: the iconic Gucci handbags, trunks, gloves, shoes, and belts. Guccio was working to expand his business when Benito Mussolini established his government in 1935 and made leather difficult to acquire. Although leather was the foundation of Guccio's entire business, he found a creative solution by replacing leather with silk in the majority of the company's products. Guccio Gucci, who built his brand from humble beginnings in a modest home and shop, died in 1953. His sons, Aldo, Vasco, and Rodolfo Gucci, continued to work hard on the brand after their father's passing, and the fashion house soon became very well known among Hollywood celebrities. Vasco directed operations in Florence, while Rodolfo was in charge of the company's Italian affairs and oversaw the opening of a store in Milan. Aldo relocated to New York, where he established the company's first store outside of Italy. The Gucci sons' goal was to expand the label in the 1950s in both the US and Milan, starting with Rome. As a tribute to Guccio Gucci for his career beginnings as an elevator operator, the first Gucci boutique debuted in New York's Savoy Plaza Hotel in 1953. However, a few days after this release, the founder himself passed away. Thanks to his sons, Guccio's brand saw prosperity in the years after his passing. Elizabeth Taylor and other celebrities were seen wearing bamboo-handled bags, and the horsebit loafer, with its recognizable double ring and bar, was introduced in 1953. Jacqueline Kennedy was seen carrying a Gucci bag in 1961, and the designers changed the bag's name to the Jackie. The iconic double G emblem was also developed around this time and was initially used to tie bags and soon became a notorious design feature. American actress Grace Kelly also influenced Gucci's designs. In 1966, Rodolfo Gucci gave her a floral scarf specifically designed for her to match the bamboo-handled bag she bought. Famous artist Vittorio Ocamero created the pattern as a commission, and it was later known as the Flora print. In the 1970s, other Gucci apparel boutiques opened in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and an additional location in New York City. Gucci made its debut in the beauty industry in 1975 with Gucci No. 1. In 1981, Gucci held their debut runway presentation for ready-to-wear clothing. The exhibition, which took place in Florence, Italy's Sala Bianca, of the Palazzo Pitti was largely centered on the Grace Kelly Flora design. Gucci underwent a number of significant changes throughout the following couple decades, along with some turmoil. By the early 1980s, Guccio's grandkids were employed by the company, and the family was at odds over who should be in charge. When Maurizio, Rodolfo's son and Gucci's grandson, eventually took over, his cousins and Uncle Aldo were forced out of the business. A holding company called Investcorp bought almost half of Gucci in 1989. Then, to give the brand a much-needed boost, Richard Lambertson, head of accessories, and Dawn Mello, president of Bergdorf Goodman, were hired. When a young, incredibly gifted designer named Tom Ford entered the scene in 1990, there was a significant shift. He was initially in charge of Gucci's ready-to-wear line, but in 1994 he was promoted to creative director. Throughout that period, Maurizio Gucci sold the remaining shares he owned to Investcorp. A few years later, in 1995, he was tragically killed in an assassination ordered by his ex-wife, Patrizia. Ford is credited with revitalizing Gucci to this day by embracing hypersexual designs and advertising themes. Celebrities including Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Lopez and Madonna were all seen wearing his creations on the red carpet. His fall 1995 collection and clean, minimalist designs were a huge commercial success. The legendary Jackie bag was reintroduced in 1999 with a few changes, and it instantly rose to the top of the must-have items list for the year. Despite resistance from Domenico De Sole, the then CEO of Gucci, LVMH gradually began buying the company's shares in the late 1990s. Before the firm fully acquired control, however, Pinault Printemps Rideau, or PPR, investor Francois Pinault skillfully elevated himself to the position of being the largest stakeholder. PPR then changed its name to Kering in 2013, and Gucci is still a part of the group today. In 2004, Ford and CEO Domenico De Sole left the firm due to disagreements with PPR over a contract, but not before Ford added Frida Giannini, a former Fendi handbag designer, to the mix in an effort to strengthen Gucci's accessories division. After Ford left, Alessandro Faccinetti took over women's wear, while John Ray took over menswear. Later on, Giannini was given the position of creative director for accessories. Tom Ford's departure caused the corporation to undergo major transitions in the years that followed. According to Business of Fashion, Giannini was appointed creative director in 2006, and her decision to revive the Flora pattern rather than emphasize the double G mark was a huge success. For the Gucci by Gucci fragrance, Gucci debuted its first ever TV advertisement in 2008, which was helmed by David Lynch. James Franco served as the face of Giannini's first fragrance for men, Gucci by Gucci Pour Homme, which debuted in the same year. Launched in 2009, the now famous Flora by Gucci fragrance. Giannini and CEO Patrizio Di Marco both abruptly announced their departures from the company in late 2014. The new creative director was then revealed to be Alessandro Michele, who had already worked for the company for 12 years. According to the New York Times, Michele's first initiative as creative director involved helping to create an entirely new menswear collection in less than a week. A month later, his first women's wear collection made its catwalk premiere in Milan and was an immediate hit. Alessandro Michele transformed the opulent home into the printed, sequined and oversized glasses-loving image that is familiar to us today. The brand has pledged to eliminate the use of fur starting with its 2022 collections and to lessen its environmental effect, including greenhouse gas emissions by 2025. In 2019, Gucci relaunched its beauty line, Gucci Beauty, and released Memoire d'un Odeur, its first unisex scent. Most recently, Michele declared in May 2020 that Gucci is abandoning season-specific clothing and moving away from the framework of Fashion Week in an attempt to forge ahead in a new fashion economy. And just this year, Michele made the announcement that after his time as creative director, he would leave the company in November 2022. But if history is any indication, the House of Gucci will endure, whoever their next innovative leader may be. Gucci is one of the most influential companies in the world, despite experiencing many ups and downs. Gucci is the ideal brand for individuals who want to always be in style because it innovates with beautiful launches with every new collection. Who wouldn't want to be part of it? So this brings us to the end of this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell icon so you don't miss an update from us. See you in the next video.